Hello and welcome to yet another cast. Today for you I have a 4v4 played on the matchmaker on the map Tabula Rasa. Never actually played this map, so let's see how this goes. But anyway, we have Team 1 right here in the west. Actually got it right for once. And Team 2 right here in the east. Also, I just want to point out, me messing up my cardio directions is not a bit. That's actually happening. I'm actually confusing that shit. Just want to point that out. But yeah, let's start right up here in the north for Team 1. We have in Cyan, going Cybron, a love machine, opening first land. Gonna be delivering some love with that Cybron. And freedom. Or something like that, I don't know. Then the south of that, going Seraphim in purple and opening first land. We have Gnostic, something like that. Anyway, to the south of that, in dark blue, also going Seraphim and also opening first land, we have Gallon. And to the south of that, also going Seraphim, lot of Seraphim today. Or well, a lot of Seraphim on the western team. In blue and also opening first land, we have Menara. Now, for Team 2, let's start on the south. In yellow, going UEF and opening first land, we have Fletcher. Well, it hasn't got much to betray as their teammates looking at teams are mostly Cybron. Not mostly Cybron, mostly UEF. Though we will have to see if there is going to be a betrayal of Sleep Right as the only Cybron. Anyway, to the north of that, in orange, also going UEF, we have Kerouac. I think is how you pronounce that. Kerouac? I'm probably gonna mess it up. Anyway, they are orange, they are going UEF as I already pointed out, and they open first land. Then to the north of that, going Cybron in burgundy red, we have Sleep Right, opening first land. And second air by looks of it. But yeah, already moving towards the middle, trying to get some of the reclaim, as there seems to be quite a bit of reclaim around these small connections in the middle. And last but not least, to the north of that, in red, we have Old King, in red, going UEF and opening first land. I feel like I said something in that list twice, I'm not sure what it was. And they are already moving over the, river, I guess, onto the side of the opponent. The side of Team 1. Now, Venara seems to be doing the same thing, also going onto the other side and building a land factory. Again, I have to point out, I never played Tabula Rasa before, and I've also never watched a replay of it before, so I'm not too sure what the meta on this map is and what the ideal plays are, but we will probably see what works out and what doesn't in the process of this replay. Now, Kerouac also moving into the middle, also getting, I guess, also to get some of the reclaim, yes. Would love to see some move commands to just spread out some special move commands, just minimize the amount of walking necessary. Though I suspect they may not have this mod that I'm using that shows the build range of a unit when pressing shift. Which would make this a lot easier, but well, I guess, it's also fine to just reclaim manually. It is a bit slower, but it still works. Now Sleep Right coming in to support, and there is a T1 PD attempted to be thrown up by Nastic. However, the AC of Sleep Right is taking out the engineer, and thus the PD will not finish. And there are now some units running by, being a bit of a nuisance and killing off quite a few engineers in the back out of Nastic. And Nastic not actually building any spam yet. leaving the middle completely undefended. Now, in the meantime, the commanders of Love Machine and Old King currently duking it out. There's some spam. Is your stream name also your in-game name? Yes, it is. Hello, Cheeseberries. Though I'm currently not playing, as this is a cast, as the stream title also suggests. Hello, yes. But Old King pulling back, going into the yellow. I think there was some spam involved in that, as spam of Love Machine has been put up here as well to help. And though spam out from Sleep Pride is now running by, cutting off the reinforcements, being a bit of a nuisance. And also getting into the main base of Nastic. They currently still do not seem to have any spam out. A interesting decision, to be sure. As especially in this kind of situation you would expect them to go for some land spam to try and counter this, though they have started. Okay, they have just started that. Fair enough. Now, in the meantime, Venara is... Yeah, Venara is how you could pronounce that. Venara is pushing into the main base of Fletcher just with the ACU and without any support. Though I'm not sure if that will actually work out. I don't think it will, as there is a large amount of T1 bombers now being now on that commander, pushing, bringing fire upon that, purifying the filthy Xenos with the divine hellfire or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a UEF player. Something like that. Especially for Fletcher. But the ACU goes down to a combination of bombers and T1 PD. And with that, Venara is dead, and the Western team is already one player down. Now, in response to a landing that was apparently made by Fletcher, the ACU of Gallon is now pushing in, trying to take that out. Taking a lot of damage from this T1 PD, already down into the yellow, and below half health. Pulling back at 4.3k HP. That was definitely very dangerous, and there are now more T1 bombers coming in. Spam is now actually being produced by Nastic, and they are going for a gun upgrade on their commander. Trying to be very aggressive in the middle. But large amounts of T1 bombers are now also used by Fletcher against Gallon. I guess what worked once may as well work again. And those are now also utilized to kill off the engineers that are trying to build up PD, not PD, anti-air. In the meantime, Old King seems to be slowly advancing up here in the north. And currently still having this area claimed. Fletcher in the meantime has retaken the beach on this side of the crossing. And actually still has a factory right here that could be used to build engineers and just retake the area. Though there is a factory right here in the back that is building series and may just take out the factory. The factory from Fletcher. Though Gallon seems to be safe again for now, as they do have sufficient AA now to prevent any air harassment as it has been attempted by Fletcher. And there is a massive land push now coming out from Karak? Yeah, Karak. God, that name is so hard for me to pronounce for some reason. Maybe it's just that it's hard to read or something like that, but I don't know. And yeah, Lobos, a lot of Lobos just taking out the T1BD that has been placed here. Nastic does have a gun upgrade of their own and is currently going T2, which would increase the HP pool. Though Karak does not have T2, though they are UEFs, so they are capable, so they have that increased HP pool. And I'm not sure if that upgrade will actually finish, and thus if it will even be relevant. They are taking a lot of fire. Okay, the upgrade does actually finish. They are at over 3k HP again, and they are about to go down. Well, never mind. What I completely missed is that Old King apparently killed Love Machine up here. That commander apparently died in a push. Old King does have guns, so I guess it was they were just walked down by the gun ACU. A very deadly play. And Old King just keeps pushing with that gun com into the base that once belonged to Love Machine and has now gone over to Gallon. And with this we are now at a 2v4. That is definitely not looking too good for the Western team. Fletcher now also going for gun. And in the water right here, probably preparing to push Gallon. Being very aggressive right here. And some strikers right here in the back just harassing this land factory in the back that is building energies now again to try and get some build power, though I don't think, well, one energy might finish, but I think the factory will actually die. Yeah. Okay, one energy actually finished, yes. But like 2 more salvos and there goes the factory. There are some Ishimas out from Gallon. Not too surprising, they are sitting at triple base, and whatever mind, they gave over the northern base to Nastic. And, well, so they are sitting at 44 eco, though that is still... I have to point out we are still at 11 minutes, and this is a very land-heavy map, so not too surprising, I guess. With Team 2 being a bit ahead on eco, though only by around 40 mass. So not too much. Fletcher asking for E and only at 20 mass. Are they? Yes, they were actually power locked, so that explains it a bit. They did not have sufficient E to actually afford the gun upgrade, I guess. And thus were power stalling, which reduced their mass production. Now, Old King continuing to push up here with 7.5k mass kit on that ACU. Very impressive. Only 1k mass kit for Karak. And basically none for Sleep Ride. This ACU also very little mass kit, with only around 200. But I expect that may go up now since the ACU does have gun. And is about to take out the army supporting, or the units supporting Gallon. I think Gallon will die here just, and they will just be walked down by the commander. As, yes, they are down into the red at below 2.5k. Below 2k. Yeah, I think their death warrant has been signed. There's singular Jensen, though that won't save anything, as it goes down in the nuclear explosion of the Seraphim. And with that, it is a 1v4 with Nastic against Old King, Fletcher, Sleep Red and Karak. Old King now in the former main base of Love Machine, taking out the remaining factories that were placed down here and even building their own factory, probably to just claim the area. A nasty tech missile launcher has been built up by Sleep Right, and that has already killed 1.8k mass with 2 kills. Another missile flying in, taking out the T2P gen, and a bunch of T2 build power on that. That's very, very bad. That's also preventing the second T2P gen from actually being built. But yeah, I think 2 maxes and a P gen went down, so that's The attack missile has definitely paid for itself. 3.1k mass kit now. Another one flies in, another max gas does go down. And what equals are we looking at? 57 against 220. I think it's pretty obvious where this one is going. I don't think there's too much happening here. I mean, it would be cool to see a comeback out from this, but the longer this goes on, I think the more likely it gets that that actually happens. Those flapjacks not firing for a while for some reason, not too sure why. Those should have been in range. But sometimes units do weird stuff, so not too sure. Okay, this one wasn't firing for a bit either. Weird. Right, and now it fired twice in a row. In very quick succession. Not too sure what is going on there. But some team members are also being utilized to harass even more. The HQ did actually go down to the tech missiles. Or tech missile launch, I guess. It has been reclaimed or died, not too sure. So I can't check how much mass it actually killed, but I don't think it... but I think it was quite a bit. Now a large army massing up here for Old King. And they are going for tactical missile on the ACU. They have T2s, so those missiles will be building quite fast. However, I think that would also require there to be something to tag missile. And the old main base of Nastic doesn't, or the main base of Nastic doesn't have too much left, and it does actually have TMD now. And this main base, well, to be fair, the old main base of Galen actually still has some useful stuff, like another T2 HQ and some T2 power. But there are no stingers coming in from Fletcher, which will pose a massive threat to the space. Also taking out the PD that is currently preventing Fletcher from actually pushing in with their commander. With that very deadly gun commander. Though it has taken quite a bit of damage from the Ilchevas, I guess. Being down at around 4k HP. But they are about to vet again. And... well, okay, that was not quite enough. They would need to kill 6 more mass to actually vet. But Old King is pushing with the army and the ACU and just marches into the main base of Nastic. Or what's left of that main base, I guess. They are taking out the T2 PD and, well, okay, there is a lot of T1 PD now being thrown up. The ACU is staying a bit further back, building some tactical missiles and occasionally lobbing them into the units, or into the position of... into the PD. That's what I wanted to say. Yes. And there are actually some tech missiles built up here that by Nastic in the front position that I suspect were targeted on Old King, though tech missiles are not homing, and thus while the ACU is moving they are very ineffective, though as long as the ACU stays stationary they are very deadly. Now Old King vetted for the last time, now with 10k mass kit and 20,000 HP on that commander. That's a really chunky boy. As you would expect from the UEF. I mean, just look at that chunk. That's just prime UEF. But I think there was also some tactical missiles hitting this area, taking out this tech missile, some of these tech missile launchers, or... wait, no, that's Arty. Right, there are Gunthers now being built up by Sleep Pride to just take out that firebase. Without micro needed. And those are just crushing this base, its position. The massive spam of Nastic is now moving in against the commander and spam out from Old King. Though I don't think it will be capable of doing too much damage. That is mostly arty though. So maybe if Old King is a bit isn't careful enough with the commander, it may take some damage from this. Some very heavy damage. Also, there are quite a few Ishbars right here on the front that are also pouring their damage into the ACU. And while 50 regen from that veterancy is quite a bit, the commander will not vet again, and the army of Old King seems to have evaporated now. And Old King is taking a lot of damage from both Suis and the Ishbars. Being down below half health, below 5k, below 4k, below 3k. Sorry about that. I think we will see another comm ejection, or the first comm ejection, from the Eastern team. Yes. However, the base that once belonged to Gallon is now going down to Fletcher's commander with that gun comm. And with that, I don't think that Nastic has a chance of really coming back. Sleep Pride is now sitting at over 200 mass income, with actual T3 maxes and T3 land production. Yeah, I don't think there's a way for them to come back from this, and T1 bombers and the spam out from Karak take out the commander of Nastic, and with this, the replay is over at just 20 minutes. Right, I hope you enjoyed this cast. It was definitely something different from the games I usually cast. Definitely shorter and a lot more decisive. Though I hope it was still interesting. And I mean, I can't just always have some very close games. I think just a complete crash, I guess you could call it, can also be interesting at times. Just complete collapse, just seeing the calamity unfold. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. As always, this was streamed live. Link to my Twitch will be in the description. If you enjoyed it, like the video or something like that, I don't know, if you want, or don't. But yeah, I'm also putting out a lot more casts like these, so if you want to get notified when those come out, subscribe. And yeah, hope to see you again in a future cast or stream, and till then, bye!